turn, baby, girl, you know me. Still with the dogs that I grew beside. All the niggas round me, ride or they die. Gotta watch the time, cause it's flying right by. I'm outside and it ain't.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Mel. Today I'll be installing a lace wig. I'm gonna show you it. It's already styled. All I have to do is put it on. I'm gonna show you how to put it on. I'm gonna show you the proper way to put it on. And I'm gonna take my braids out and all that. So let's get into this video. Period. Okay, so I'm back. So I braided down my hair. My hair's in the wig cap. I'm gonna take the wig cap off. So you see, like I said, I did not make the braids like tight or perfect or anything because nobody's gonna see the wig cap anyway. So the first step on when you're doing your wig, you have to have like alcohol, or you can wash your forehead with soap and water. I use soap and water because I do not have no more alcohol, so I use soap and water. I did it off camera, but I'm gonna do it on camera again just to see. So this has soap and water on it, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just do it again for y'all can see it. Make sure you get all of this, even on your hair, your scalp, because you want to make sure that's clean. Make sure you get all of this, all of it, and make sure it's not oily. Make sure there's no makeup or anything on it. Make sure everything is clean or properly. So once you have that clean, then you can go back in and just get like a regular towel and kind of dry it off. Dry towel, and then you just go back in just to check if there's no makeup. There's no makeup. There's no oils. There's no oils. No nothing. So that's how you know that you're good. So once you know that you're good, you can get a Got2b glue spray, or you can get a Got2b glue gel, or you can get any type of gel, but make sure it's oil free. This does not have no oil in it. What this is going to do is going to push back all of my edges, so when I put the wig on, your edges don't rip. So I'm going to be using this. And I'm going to also be having a blow dryer just to blow dry and make sure it's intact in that skin. Because that's what you need, and that's how you're going to protect your edges. To do the wig cap method, a lot of people do the wig cap method. I'm not doing it because I don't have a wig cap. Yes, I am. I know I'm very unprepared. But when I do my wigs in general, I do not do the wig cap method, and my edges are still protected. So I'm going to be using this. I'm going to be using this. Don't come from my brush, but yeah. So we're going to start from this side first. I'm going to speed the video up. Or you can do it like all over and just go. You can do it like a few times just to make sure it's like intact. So this is my first round. I'm gonna do it the second time. You can kind of see that it's pushing back it already. So I'm gonna do it one more time, then I'm gonna move on to the second side.
See me a cleanest, clothes on me rocking at the fucking realest. Ching inna the Louis V vest, girl want with his real silicone and real blessed. And a blow breeze for the head of my penis.
Okay, so since we have that and this is all like pushed back and everything is like intact, your edges is all the way back. Now you can move on to the next one, and you can do the next one the same way how I did it. So I'm gonna show you again. Make sure everything is pushed back already, and then you get your spray, spray it, and then you get your brush. I prefer, and I like to use both of them, the comb just to like for, you know, to start it off, and then the spray, and I like to get the brush to really push it all back. And then I get my blow dryer. This is you don't really need a blow dryer, but you could if you need, but if you don't really need it for this process. Edges are pushed back. You don't see no frizziness. Everything is good and ready to go. So most of the time, like hairstylists, they use wig caps. I'm not going to do the wig cap method, but I'm gonna show you how I do it without the wig cap method. But I'm gonna put a wig cap on, just, you know, just for to protect my hair in the back and stuff like that. A wig cap is very optional. You don't need it, and you can still put a wig on without having without doing the wig cap method. So I'm gonna show you how to do that. Okay, so I have this. So what I'm gonna do is put this on. Make sure you do it this way so then the braids can stay up in the back. So I'm gonna turn around. And you see how it's nice. And you see how your edges is kind of back with it, if that makes sense, right? And make sure you get it all in there. And it's nice and thin. What you could do, you can put makeup here like I did, just to, you know, when you put the wig on, it don't look black and it don't mess up the lace. So I'm gonna put a little bit more and stuff like that.
See me a cleanest, clothes on me rocking at the fucking realest, ching.
Okay. So that now we can move on to the glue. Okay, so I have two glues that I use. So this one is Ghost Bond. I don't have no more of that. It's probably like a little bit. Come back to that. And then I have, this is called Wonder Bond. It's like a, you know, like the edge control. I'm gonna put it right here, like the edge control, how they had that brand is that brand. But they had like a glue to it. So I'm gonna be using this because I have more in this and I don't wanna keep on going back and forth with the glue. So I'm gonna use this one. So I like to start from right here, work my way up, and yes, I do 2 layers of glue. You can do 3 or 4 or 5, but I like to do 2.
See me a cleanest, clothes on me rocking at the fucking realest, ching. Inna the Louis V vest, girl want with his squeeze silicone and real bless. And I blow a breeze from the head of my penis. Coolest breeze that me rocking a sleeveless.
Let's make sure you take your time. Don't rush this part because you do not want to get it on your hair. You want to just get it on your skin. As you can see, that is not going on my hair. You see that it's coming on my skin and not the hair part because you do not want it on your hair. And if it do get on your hair, if you're a beginner, it's okay because it's about you taking it off properly. So if you take it off properly, it should be good. Got it on my hair a little fine here. So it's gonna be okay.
See me a cleanest, clothes on me rocking at the fucking realest, ching. Inna the Louis V vest, girl want with his squeeze silicone.
So now you can either blow dry it or you can just wait until it dry. I'm gonna wait until it dry because I want y'all to see me prepare for the wig. So that's your 2 options. So now you can take any type of makeup that's your skin tone. If your makeup is a little bit off, it's still gonna blend with your skin. Knots already. If you didn't bleach your knots, I recommend you to bleach your knots, and I can make a video on learning how to bleach knots on wigs. But it's okay. You don't need to really worry about like if it's blending or not because it's gonna blend. But I'm still going to put makeup on the lace even though I bleached the knots a little bit because the knots is already bleached. You can take like a small brush or a big brush to get. You can get that and it will still work for you. So I'm gonna put it up for you can see. And then you just want to get all in here. You get all the spots because you want it to make sure.
See me a cleanest, clothes on me rocking at the fucking realest, ching. Inna the Louis V vest, girl want with his squeeze silicone and real bless. And I blow a breeze from the head of my penis.
So now that you can see that it's really good now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push the hair back. I'm gonna try not to because I already parted the hair and everything. But I'm gonna try to demonstrate this in a good way as possible. I'm gonna push it back, make sure everything is brushed out properly. You can see it's moving, it's not synthetic, it's human. So, trying to wait until this dries, it's almost dry. So while this is drying, I'm gonna blow dry it so it can like kind of go by faster.
See me a cleanest, clothes on me rocking at the fucking realest, ching. Inna the Louis V vest, girl want with his squeeze silicone and real bless. And I blow a breeze from the head.
So I'm gonna come back when I'm on my second layer of glue and when I'm actually installing it. Okay, so the first layer kind of dried. You can kind of see that yes, there's like way more glue there, but it's not drying in, it's not giving. So trust me, it's gonna be okay. Nothing's gonna happen with it. So I'm gonna go with the second layer. And just do like literally the same thing Ooh. But if you do want it to dry more, you're more than welcome to let it dry more. But since I've been doing this for a long time, I know that it's not going to mess up anything, because even though like it's like halfway dry and it's a little bit white, it's still gonna melt the lace, and you're not gonna see the glue because the spray is gonna help all that. And I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm talking about.
See me a cleanest, clothes when me rocking at the fucking realest. Ching ching, inna the Louis V vest, girl want with his squeeze silicone and real bless. Can a blow breeze for the head of my penis. Coolest breeze that me rocking a sleeveless. That make ease out.
I'm gonna be back when this dry. As this is drying, I'm gonna show y'all how to hot comb it and basically get it prepared for the install. I have this hot comb. This is like really old. This is from Amazon. So yeah, you can get this. You don't have to put it up too high, but you can put it up high enough. Doing is just doing this, making sure it's giving scalp. You see that scalp is giving scalp, so it's gonna look realistic. So that's what you want. So just pull back the hair and make sure, and just if you see like the smoke, it's because I put She Is Bomb wax stick all the hair back, and it's gonna make your install look really natural. And this is something that you need to do to get all the hair out the way when you're putting the wig down, because if you don't do this step and you put the wig down, all the hair and all the flyaways is going to get on the glue, and then you're not going to have a good perfect install because all the hair is all in the glue. So you want to take your time and really hot comb it all the way back thoroughly. And if you want to work in sections, like pull this back and do that, you can also do that, and I can definitely demonstrate that too. So if you really want to take your time and really make sure it's all the way back, what you can do is like section off the hair like this. Perfect, because all you're doing is putting it back, and then you just go in just to make sure that back is flat. So when you go and put this back, that's also flat too. You go back and you do that, so now it's really flat. You see what I mean? So make sure everything is nice and laid back and perfect, because you want to make sure it's giving scalp in the front to get it where you can see it, so you don't have to worry about that part. So just make sure it's back. This is the baby hairs. I'm not doing baby hairs because I don't really care for baby hairs. Make sure you don't pluck as much like I did. You can tell like this is like really plucked, and I only do that because I don't like baby hairs, or I don't do baby hairs. If you want baby hairs, don't pluck so much. And then it can give. So this is giving scalp, and it's giving what it's supposed to give. And if you're doing like a side part or a middle part, you can do like a draft part. So then when you put the wig on, you will know exactly where the part is at. Sometimes I don't recommend that, because you would think that you're parting on this side, and then when you put the wig on, it's really on that side. So that part is like very optional. But if you're a beginner, you don't have to do that part, because I don't want you to get mixed up. So yeah, so this is how you prepare for your install if you're putting your wig back on. But if you're doing a new wig, you can do this step too. So yeah. Okay, so I know that you can kind of see the glue, and it's okay because we're gonna finesse this. When you're doing glue, it's not gonna dry completely. You can see that most of it is clear and you had some glue. That's fine, because you can still fix it. And most of the time when you see all this, the hair is gonna be back. So the scalp is not here, the scalp is here. So if this is dry, nobody gonna see all that glue. And the Got to Be glue spray is gonna fix all that. So just trust the process and you're gonna get it. We pushed the hair back, and now it's giving scalp. Look at that. I didn't even put no glue, and it's matching with my skin. That's what you need. So we push the hair back. Now we can install it, and now we can actually get into the fun part. And I know it took a long time, but this is what you need to do to prepare for a lace, to prepare for a install regularly. Like, it's giving scalp before I put it on. To do is I like to like halfway put it on, so then I can like see exactly where I want to put it on at, right? And I just make sure the front is good. We may need like more glue on that part, but it's okay because we're gonna fix that. Put it there, and if you need to, because I've been doing wigs for forever, so I know what I'm doing with my hands, but if you need like to like put it down, mold it down more, you can use your comb to get it. And when you're doing this, when you're trying to melt your lace, always use your comb. I know my comb look crazy. Let's use this one. When you're trying to melt your lace, always do this, because you're gonna make sure the glue, get into your scalp, because that's the main focus. And it's giving scalp and it's not even glued in yet. That's the main focus. You want it to melt into your hair. You want it to melt easily in your hair. So once it's melted easily, then it's like, okay, now I know. Make sure it's melted in to your forehead. Even this side, make sure that side is melted in. And it's okay to go back in and use more glue. It's okay. Because at the end of the day, it's a lace wig. The more glue, the more melt, the better. So take your time. And yes, I know it's kind of over plucked and messed up, but we're gonna get some makeup and we're gonna clean that up. So don't worry about that. So again, make sure all this is melted. And make sure it's melted. And I wear glasses, and I'm doing this without glasses, and I can still see that it looks good. Doing something right. Get that, make sure that's glued in. So now I'm gonna kind of speed up the video.
See me a cleanest, clothes when me rocking at the fucking realest. Ching ching, inna the Louis V vest, girl want with his squeeze silicone and real bless. Can I blow a breeze for the head of my penis? Coolest breeze that me rocking a sleeveless.
So now, see how I had to add more glue? Sometimes you have to do that. So now I'm putting it down. And it's gonna fall right into place once you put it down. And if you see any like parts coming up, it's okay, because you can cut that. Hurts. That's like unnecessary lace. You can like cut that part. But when you're cutting, make sure you're doing a zigzag part. Never cut across, always cut zigzag. So I see like these little parts that I don't need, unnecessary, cut zigzag. But make sure you're cutting properly. Because you don't want to cut your hair, and you don't want to cut your look at that scalp, and you don't want to cut the actual hair in the wig and your skin. So make sure you're careful with that. Because I know I'm careful with that. Now since we're up to this part, now what you're gonna do is melt it with your Got2b glue. This is mandatory. You need this. If you don't have this and you're trying to melt your lace, it's not going to melt, because this step is that you're missing. For example, when you have your glue and you have all these little frizzies coming up, the lace is kind of coming up, it's not because you didn't add your glue, because we seen it, we add 2 layers. It's because it needs extra support on that side. So that's when this part comes in. But before you get to this part, go in with makeup and make sure, you see how this is like kind of over bleach? Go in with makeup and just clean that part up for it can match your skin tone. And then when you put the spray, it all blends, and then you're gonna put your wrap on, and it's just trust me, because The lace is gonna lace. The lace is going to give scalp. So just wait. I'll be back when I get my other stuff together, and then we're gonna really get into it. Something else I forgot to mention, I have to put my glasses on so I can actually see like the lace in the scalp, because it blends so well I can't even see if it's lifting or not. Okay? So another thing that I forgot to mention, like I said, when you have these little things that's lifting, I say use the Got To Be, but I usually put like a little bit of glue on the back of my hand. And I got this from Beautiful Hustler on Instagram. I'm gonna shout her out because she's the one that started this. And what I would do is get a little bit, and you see like if it's lifting a little bit, pull it back and like go in and do this. And you don't have to blow dry it because it's a little bit of glue. You could if you want, but it's gonna dry automatically because you're just putting a little bit. See how it's like barely there? And then you just go in and then put that down. And it's gonna disappear, so don't worry. See, it's gonna disappear, so don't worry. And do that for like all of them. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my Got To Be glue spray, and I'm gonna put my band. I know it kind of looks like it's different color, but that's when the Got To Be glue spray comes in, and that's what's gonna help it. Again, I'm gonna be using my mirror to look.
See me a cleanest, clothes when me rocking at the fucking.
You can blow dry it,
In a the WIG best, girl want with his squeeze silica.
and then you can put your band on. So sorry, y'all. I don't know what's going on, but I'm back. I decided to do a side part. The side part, I'm gonna fix the lace a little bit, and stuff like that, and let's get into this. And now I'm gonna clean up my part. So I'm gonna get like this or like one of these shades just to clean the part up a little bit.
See me a cleanest, clothes when me rocking at the fucking realest.
And then I'm gonna get some black to make sure the part is like really good. Little brush, put it in the black, and then I get this. I put it in the middle of my part, and I do this. And what this is gonna do is gonna clean up the part really good. And then your part is parting. You see that part? Yeah. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna plug in my flat iron, and then we're gonna flat iron the hair, and we're gonna be back. This is optional, but I like to use heat protector.
See me a cleanest.
Especially since I have like colored hair. Heat protector, because this is 100% human hair. So I like to use heat protector when I'm flat ironing my hair. And once I flat iron the hair is complete.
See me a cleanest, clothes when me rocking.
And it don't take that long because this hair is some good hair. If you want my vendor list, hit me up on IG. I'll put my Instagram right here and everything. And I'll be back when I get the final look. Like we're gonna get to the pop out, okay? So just wait. Let's go.
Two-turn baby girl, you know me. Still with the girls that I grew beside. All the niggas round me, right at the guy. Gotta watch the time, cause it's flying right by. I'm outside in the AMG, right outside, GT. Two-turn baby girl, you know me.
Tell me if you can find the lace, because I can't find it. It's nowhere to be found. So if you enjoyed this video on me installing a lace front on my channel, if you enjoyed this video on my channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And if you subscribe, you're gonna get more content like this. I will do more wigs. I will do any video y'all want regarding hair. Comment down below what y'all like to see. Comment down below what I should have did differently, what I should have added. And I really hope you enjoy this video. So thank you. And this is Mel. I'm Melly, your host, and I slayed the lace. Bye.